This is why you should never lie to an empath. One of the things that most people don't know about empaths is that we have this freakishly amazing superpower. We have a way of being able to understand and process other people's feelings and emotions, oftentimes even better than those other people can process their own feelings and emotions. We study human behavior, often unconsciously, and we notice things that most people don't. We are also very aware of patterns, and we notice any disruption to these patterns. If we know you personally and have some type of relationship established, we already have created a baseline for how you typically act and speak. And any deviation from this baseline sets off these little bells and whistles inside of us. We can tell that something's off because we can feel it in some very weird, abstract, almost spiritual sense. It's kind of like we know there's something going on in another dimension, but we can't fully explain it. Yeah. So when people lie to us, there's immediately a deviation from their normal baseline. Again, we're not going through all this consciously in our head. This is happening on an unconscious level. It's just part of who we are. It's weird. I get it. Let me continue. Even with complete strangers, we are so used to recognizing patterns that we can correlate similarities, and we are ridiculously accurate in being able to identify whether or not someone's lying to us. Your tone of voice, your speaking cadence, your posture, your facial expressions, your mood, we sense all of it. And what's crazy is that our brains are processing this information at lightning fast speeds. But here's where it gets really interesting. As empaths, many of us absolutely cannot stand confrontation. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I will say just as a group, empaths tend to avoid confrontation. So most often, we will not tell you if or when we think you are lying. Here's the secret. We know. Yes, it is a somewhat irrational assumption for us to be making, and it definitely can get us into trouble when we're wrong. But more often than not, we're not wrong. So we'll just play your little game and let you lie. Unfortunately, this can lead to major trust and relationship problems because we're now not being honest with how we feel about the relationship and what's going on. Sometimes we let it go, and sometimes we don't. And that's where empaths get into a lot of trouble. But we don't have time to go into that in this video. So all of that to say,